And let's begin today's analysis with the very first article from the newspaper. That is, Nagaland sees growing burden of tobacco use. Describing the launch of the Tobacco Free Youth Campaign 3.0 as both timely and strategic, Commissioner and Secretary of the Health and Family Welfare Department Anup Kinchi highlighted the growing burden of tobacco use among both adults and children in Nagaland and the alarming decline in the age of initiation. It was organized by the National Tobacco Control Program under the Department of Health and Family Welfare, Nagaland. The state launched the Tobacco Free Youth Campaign 3.0 and marked the continuation of a national initiative of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. So this program of Tobacco Free Youth Campaign was first launched or first introduced in 2023. The campaign seeks to educate and empower young people to resist or quit tobacco use. Dr. Merninla Senlem, Principal Directorate of Health and Family Welfare, shared that Tobacco Free Youth Campaign 1.0 and 2.0 day, Nagaland made remarkable progress in declaring numerous tobacco-free educational institutions and tobacco-free villages while strengthening enforcement of the Cigarette and Other Tobacco Product Act (COTPA) 2003 and the Prohibition of Electronic Cigarettes Act 2019. So one exam karni itu important ase ki COTPA Kotpa Act na Kotpa Act 2003 do ki ase kusule. As per it, one just simple thing I will explain and the rest to Nichor Salvi. Selling of tobacco is prohibited. Okay, selling of tobacco is prohibited within 100 yards. Within 100 yards, which is 91 meter. Okay, up to 91 meter of the educational institution is prohibited. Alright. Ariade Prohibition of Electronic Cigarette Act PK 2019. Okay. Itu electronic cigarettes to ki ase kuisuli do. Electronic cigarettes kan ke mon cigarettes in every day. So the cigarettes to ki ase kule. It is a battery powered. Okay. It is a battery powered electronic nicotine or non-nicotine delivery system. Itu ke ENTS ini apa? Okay. So আজিকালি একটা term একটা আছে famous এটা itu ke vapes নহলে বি vaping ini koi. Alright. Vapes or vaping. The next article here is World needs free, rigorous and objective information. Poplio. Let's leave aside the political news. However, yet one exam point of view very important to get Poplio. Okay. So the Poplio do at Itala present Poplio is Pope Leo the 14th. Okay. And he is the head of Catholic Church. Okay. He is the head of the Catholic Church and also the sovereign of Vatican City. Okay. And one important thing that we should also know is that is important for examination point of view is he is the first American born Pope. Okay. First American born Pope. Next what we have, the movement of MAV, multi-axle vehicle ko ito MAV, restricted on the Chitokru stretch of National Highway 29. Otu Chitokru stretch to Kukitulong area inabi koide. Aru the National Highway to ki azukule the stretch from Timabur to Kohima. Okay, the road that is from Timabur to Kohima. RPP questions and receive statement on indigeneity of Naka tribes, non-Naka tribes that we have discussed on the 8 October la newspaper de ase apun China sai sabi. So yate aro kala newspaper bi mon review koram de saisi ki Rising People's Party laga party symbol ki ase itu bi ekbar sai lui. Public alert issued on adulterated cough syrups. Okay, cough syrups. The Directorate of the Health and Family Welfare Drug Control Administration, Nagaland, has issued a public alert following an official communication from the Food and Drug Administration, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, Madhya Pradesh, regarding 2 cough syrup formulation found to contain TEC or TEG. Okay, to do TEG dithylene glycol. And dithylene glycol, it is said that it is a toxic chemical that can cause severe poisoning, including kidney failure, neurological complications, and even death. Okay, particular among children. So the next news what we have, Laszlo Krasnohorkai. Okay, I cannot even pronounce his name, but Laszlo Krasnohorkai, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Yesterday we studied about yesterday's newspaper, we have discussed about Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Okay, so he is a Hungarian. Okay, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature for his work compelling and visionary, aware that in the midst of apocalyptic terror reaffirms the power of art. His other works are also Satandanko and The Melancholy of Resistance. Next what we have, Aulingo AI translation website launched as Dear Imim turns 22. So exam karne ki important ase basically do itu Dear Imim to ki language laga, ki vernacular language laga newspaper asule au vernacular daily ase. Okay, it has completed 22 years of 22 anniversary, so it is also important that itu Dear Imim to kita start wishe. Okay, in which year itu bisa day. Aru itu la editor in chief to kun ase bole do Khetamjan Chamer. Alright, Aulingo platform. Okay, this platform, it is an AI driven translation tool developed by whom? Pandang Naksang. He is a machine learning engineer based in Amsterdam in Netherlands. Okay, Earthkeepers children book on environmental stewardship launched as part of the Wildlife Week 2025 celebration. A children's storybook titled Earthkeepers was launched at the Konyak Union Hall, Mon Town. Okay, so who authored this book? The author is Florence T. Sangdam, forest ranger. The book was officially released by whom? It was released by C.L. John, Minister, Department of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and Village Guards. Next article we have is MP. He is the lone Lok Sabha MP from Nagaland. Supumarian stresses coordinated action to deliver welfare benefits to all. The District Development Coordination and Monitoring Committee (DISHA) meeting of Forzanepoto District was held. Here the chairperson of the DISHA is S. Supumarian Chamir. Okay, he is the member of the parliament for Lok Sabha and the chairman or the chairperson of DISHA. In this meeting, a report on PM Pushan was also presented by the district education officer. Following the presentation, the MP invited suggestions from DISHA members on various schemes and projects to ensure their effective implementation. So itu PM Pushan to ki ase. This is very important for our exams. Okay, for our exam PM Pushan to ki ase itu pishi important ase. So PM Pushan, it stands for Pradhan Mantri Bhushan Shakti Nirman. Okay, it is a centrally sponsored scheme by the Ministry of Education. So it replaced or say rename गरिदिसे दे एकटा पुराना स्किम के इतो कि ताकिसे गले दो पुराना स्किम ना नाम तो ताकिसे National Program for Midday Meal in School. Okay, so this was the program. It was renamed to PM Pushan. Okay, so this was for class. This is for from pre-primary to class 8. From pre-primary to class 8. When you're studying about this PM Pushan, try to find and study PM Pushan month to kutuki kwe. Aro this year PM Pushan week is so the PM Pushan week is from which state to which state, and also this year laga PM Pushan laga theme ki taise it be study korbi, and also study what is this PM Pushan all about. Entrepreneurship Development Center program concluded at PGC. This is just an information. Beren Corman College, Beren. Today marked the successful conclusion of the Entrepreneurship Development Center program, an initiative of Startup Nagaland Department of Industries and Commerce, supported by the Investment and Development Authority of India and implemented by the Entrepreneur School of Business. So Startup Nagaland. The Startup Nagaland to ki ase kona it be ek par make a short note on that. This is also a very important current affairs. A novel initiative, one family, one project, one family, one entrepreneur, and one family, one prayer time, under the banner of the Green Village Link, was formally launched today, where Pushachoto village in Pek district. Please forgive me for my pronunciation. The initiative envisioned by Kute Chokamo aims at empowering individuals, uplifting families, strengthening communities, and enriching future. At the same time, with the dedication of the Green Village Link was also marked by the exhibition and sales under the banner of the Village Fair 2025. So we can expect a lot of questions from here, and you can also prepare accordingly. Okay, you can prepare for what is the Green Village Link. You can also prepare for the Village Fair 2025 was held in which village. All right, so one family, one project, one family, one entrepreneur, and one family, one prayer time was launched in which village, in which district. Okay, so these are the things that you have to study and note down. NSF pressed Nagaland CM on Naka political issue ILP ASPA. We won't be looking into the political context of this article. However, here there are some certain terms that we have to study. The NSF criticized poor implementation of the ILP. So here, for exam point of view, we have to study what is ILP. What are the different categories, okay, of ILP? How to register for ILP, okay. And at the same time, ek par sabi ki ILP to in which states in India, only in which districts of Nagaland it is being implemented or enforced. Okay, here article 371, you have to study that. Nagaland University, you have to find the year it was established, and vice chancellor kuna se to study korbi. NIT, National Institute of Technology Jammu Kitima, it will be established to parsabi. And you also have to study in which NLS session the bill for establishing NIT was passed. Okay, or say in which NLS session the bill for establishing Nagaland University was passed. Geloshe Polytechnic itu kuti ase guli to easy ase. Alright, it's a government engineering college. FMR, okay, FMR. Let's see. We have AFSPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Itu study korle is very important. Okay, you have to study the background. Okay, you have to study the background, the reason why it was enforced in the state of Nagaland. Also find in how many districts, and how many police stations AFSPA is still enforced in Nagaland. Okay, and also study in which of the states in India AFSPA is still enforced, and when was AFSPA enforced in the state of Nagaland. The date and year is very important. Okay, FMR is also very important. What is free movement regime? This has been in news for quite some time, so it is very important. So make a very good note on this one. All right, all Nagaland teachers to join pen down strike from 14 April. The All Nagaland School Teachers Association has issued an emergency circular directing all teachers across the state to participate in a 3-day pen down strike, okay, called by the Confederation of All Nagaland State Service Employees Association. The association stated that the strike is being held in protest against the non-fulfillment of the demand for withdrawal of non-NPC candidates from the select list of non-SCC officers for induction into the IS held on 25th September 2025, and also the non-restoration of the vacancy circular. So itu news ti watai tiki tage pen down strike kuni tage mugan. So try and understand what is this pen down strike. In simple words mo ekoi dio itu pen down strike to ki ase ekoi. What is a pen down strike? A pen down strike is a form of a non-violent strike, or we call them peaceful protest, in which an organized group of workers, generally in the private or public sector, they will partially attend the office. Okay, they will partially attend office, however they refuse to work. Okay, this is pen down strike. They refuse to work or to be involved in the office management. Okay, for more detail you try to make a good note on that one. Invoice wise reporting made mandatory in form GSTR 7. So GSTR matlab goods and services tax return, form number 7 itu kia sekpar you please study. Okay, and also from this economic point of view, study what is tax deducted at source. Okay, it might come for MCQs, also it might come for 1-2 marks in descriptive in your GS2. Okay, in GS2, what is tax deducted at source. Okay, here try to study on what is Ayush project or Ayush scheme. Okay, or sabo niche tiki ase World Mental Health Day. Okay, When was World Mental Health Day? The World Mental Health Day was 10th of October. Uh, Nagaland joins the global community in observing World Mental Health Day 2025. Itu salah theme ki thaise access to service mental health in catastrophes and emergencies. 10 October di thaise aro theme tu thaise access to service mental health in catastrophes and emergencies. Aro tu theme tu kunra set kori gole it is the World Health Organization. Okay. We have this India UK partnership important pillar. Yeah, I think we've discussed this yesterday already. Keir Starmer, he's the Prime Minister of UK. Narendra Modi, we all know, Sri Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. And India and UK have recently signed a comprehensive economic, okay, they have signed a comprehensive economic and trade agreement. Okay, Israel and Hamas will exchange hostages and prisoners. Okay, Gaza to kutese pisarbi, and what is Israel and Hamas fighting for? Okay, and then the different operations that they launch against each other. You can go back to yesterday and day before yesterday's newspaper analysis. There you will find. Next, what we have is When Notes Heal, Nisemirono's Western Symphony for Zupenkar's Mayapeni. Zupenkar's Mayapeni. So Nisimirono is the first Indian to be honored as an Yamaha artist by Yamaha Pianos Japan. He created the Western musical notation of Zubinkar's legendary anthem Mayapeni. Okay. India escaped with 1-1 draw against Singapore. So they are being played for, this is a Asian Cup football qualifier. So AFC Asian Cup, okay, 2027 AFC Asian Cup will be played in Saudi Arabia. Okay, Saudi Arabia. Next we have a current affairs here. Nagaland's Limatushi was crowned champion at the first Indian Darts League that was held at Kolkata in Tulkungi Club. Okay. Roadshow generates excitement for Captain Kingurusi Memorial Tourney. 9th edition of the Captain N. Kingurusi Memorial Football Tournament. Okay. He is described as the tribute to Captain N. Kingurusi. He is a Mahavir Chakra posthumous, an icon of bravery and pride of Nagaland. NSF trophy once here, 25th anniversary or 25th edition as a NSF Martyrs Memorial Trophy is being played in Indira Gandhi Stadium, Kohima. NSF trophy to in Kile itu ekbar in honor of which two martyrs this trophy is being played itu ekbar bisar lebih. Okay, I think that is enough for today. Please study hard, please revise and try to make a proper note on all the important points from this newspaper analysis. Thank you all. Have a good time.